The company holiday party was supposed to be fun, a chance to unwind, celebrate the year, and forget about deadlines for one night. But for me, it became the evening my marriage crumbled under colored lights and forced champagne smiles. My wife, Nicole, had been talking about the event non-stop all week. What she would wear, who she needed to impress, how this was her big chance to finally network properly. I never minded her ambition. I actually admired it. But when she stepped out of our bedroom in a tight, shimmering silver dress I had never seen before, and casually mentioned she'd borrowed it from a friend, my stomach twisted. She didn't look like my wife that night. She looked like someone starving for attention. At first, everything seemed normal. People laughed, the DJ played decent music, and Nicole dragged me around introducing me to her colleagues. But it didn't take long before I noticed how she positioned herself right next to her boss, Connor. How her laughter lingered a little too long, how his hand kept accidentally brushing her arm, and how she never once pulled away. Every time I tried to join the conversation, she waved me off with a quick, "Relax, honey, it's just work stuff." Then I watched her reach up and playfully straighten his tie, leaning in close to whisper something that made him flash a victorious grin. Something inside me didn't explode. It simply went quiet and cold. Instead of making a scene, I observed. I memorized every lingering touch, every shared drink he handed her, every moment she acted like her husband was invisible. The people around us noticed too, the sideways glances, the awkward pauses, the pitying smiles aimed my way. My wife was quickly becoming the gossip of the night, and I was the clueless husband everyone felt sorry for. I finished my drink, the ice long melted, and decided if she wanted the spotlight so badly, I would give it to her, just not the way she expected. When the clock hit midnight and the crowd started thinning out, I walked over. She barely glanced at me, too busy giggling at whatever Connor had just said. I smiled, genuinely, and told her, "Hey, I'm heading home. Looks like you're having a great time." She flicked her hand dismissively without even turning around. "Go ahead. I'll catch a ride with the team." That was all I needed. I nodded, slipped my wedding ring off my finger, and headed toward the exit. On the way out, I grabbed a cocktail napkin and borrowed a pen from the bartender. I wrote a short note that would end her night and change everything. Enjoy the ride home, Nicole. By the time you read this, I'll already be gone. Check your phone if you want to see what everyone else saw tonight. I had quietly recorded her behavior all evening, not to blast it publicly, but to protect myself from the gaslighting I knew was coming. Just a simple, unedited video of her laughing, touching, flirting, and ignoring the man she swore to love, while her boss grinned like he'd already won the prize. I sent the video to her the second I reached my truck, blocked her number, and drove to a hotel in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. The last thing I saw before powering my phone off was her name flashing over and over on the screen. I didn't sleep much that night, not from anger, but from an eerie, overwhelming calm. Years of suspicion, resentment, and emotional exhaustion drained out of me all at once. I finally admitted how long I'd been living with only half a partner, someone who craved everyone else's attention more than my loyalty. I woke at dawn, turned my phone back on, and it nearly crashed from the flood. 112 missed calls, dozens of texts, some pleading, some apologetic, some pure panic. "Please come home." It was nothing. Connor said it was harmless. "I'm so sorry. Please just talk to me." Later that morning, my buddy Ryan, who worked in the same office, called. His voice was tight. "Bro, Nicole lost it when she got home. Somehow that video got screen recorded and started circulating around the company Slack before anyone could stop it. My heart dropped. I hadn't meant for it to go viral inside the company. But maybe that was the universe balancing the scales. Connor was suspended pending an investigation for unprofessional conduct. Nicole was asked to take immediate personal leave. Their networking had turned into an overnight scandal. A week later, when we finally met face-to-face at a coffee shop on Elm Street in Charlotte, North Carolina, she looked nothing like the confident woman from the party. Her eyes were puffy, her voice shaky. "It was just harmless fun," she whispered. I looked at her, tired but steady. "You called it harmless when you were breaking my heart in front of 200 people. The second it threatened your reputation and your job, suddenly it wasn't harmless anymore." She broke down, sobbing that she'd lost everything: her image, her career momentum, her friends. I just nodded. "You wanted freedom that night, Nicole. You got it." She begged for another chance, promised therapy, promised change, promised anything. But something permanent shifts inside you when you watch the person you love disrespect you so effortlessly. Pity evaporates. I slid an envelope across the table. Inside were separation papers I'd already signed. Her tears fell onto the pages as she whispered, "So that's really it?" "That's it," I said softly. "I'm done being the man you ignore." Months passed. She reached out a few more times. I never answered. Eventually, I heard she'd taken a transfer and moved across the country to start over alone. As for me, I found peace in the quiet. I never needed revenge or public humiliation. She managed that all on her own. Sometimes the calmest actions hurt the deepest. For Nicole, one short note written on a cocktail napkin spoke louder than any screaming match ever could.